Doug Pugh, Big County Preps, out here at the Caleo Quarterback Combine. Beautiful Sunday afternoon in Tampa, Florida. Standing here with class of 2013 quarterback from Eastlake High School, Peter Dinovo. Peter, good to see you again. Good to spend a few minutes with us. Thank you for taking your time. We know it's to get you out of here. First and foremost, we sat and talked for the first time last year when you were at Sling and Shoot, USF. Talk a little bit about Peter Dinovo, the quarterback, now almost a calendar year later from this point last year.
Well, a lot more confident, poised, and been working real hard this whole off season through the season. So I mean, just the whole year does a big, in here, just confidence. So I'm going to be much more confident this year and poised, and I'm excited for the season to come.
How'd you think your season? Talk a little bit about trying to sum it up in a couple words. How you felt like your season went last year.
It was good. We have a lot of people returning. I mean, it was somewhere it's good to start off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just coming back so much stronger. I mean, that last game against Tampa Bay Tech, I mean, that left a sour taste, but we're going to just come back so much stronger this year, ready to go.
Well, how do you feel about your district? You've moved out of what you've known as a quarterback. This year, Palm Harbor is familiar foe, but then you're going south to Northport and Riverview. You mentioned you got Trinity Catholic, Sarasota, CCC on the schedule. A little bit different type of scenario. So obviously that's got to bring some good excitement. But what are you doing to prepare differently than say the countrysides, the Dunedins, and the
It's football and it's a team, so we're just going to prepare like we do for them. We're going to get the film, we're going to break it down, we're going to work each week in practice and just get ready for the team we have to play.
Now you've got he was a freshman last year, he's a sophomore this year, he's a rising sophomore, Artavius Scott, and he is going to be arguably, we've started a friendly banter already about him being one of the most talented underclassmen in the Pinellas County wide receiving ranks. So talk a little bit about having that weapon to throw to this year.
When you got somebody like that's your boy, one of your best friends, and you're together every day and just working, that connection is going to be so strong this year. I'm so excited and just so anxious to see how it goes this year.
What was one of the things that you felt like you had once you got into when the live bullets started flying and you had to deal with all the other things? What was there anything that you felt like I obviously you get all the coaches together, but there's certain things that happen in certain situations that you never really prepared for until you're already in. Did you have any moments like that, and what did you do to try and fix that?
The only one that I can really say was the first game we played BCP. It was just really the speed of the game, and as the season went along, it really started slowing down, and by the end I was getting more confident. But just the speed of the game, I mean, just going from JV or youth league to varsity, and just everything's faster. You just got to be quicker on your reads, but it got a lot better as I went through the season.
Now the obvious answer is that you would if given a choice, you'd throw the ball every down. But what is the in terms of the offense? What is most comfortable for Pete Dinovo in terms of the routes? Is if you had to dial up one route and the OC comes to you and says, Pete, I need you dial up a play for me. What are you gonna sit back and say? I need you to run this, and I'm gonna throw it to you every time.
Probably have to say we call it X pin, where we have a double set out and we got an inside slot. It's going to run a 10-yard dig, but the outside has a post over the top and just read that safety, and that just was money for us last year, and I could run that every time if it was called.
Absolutely. Well, what are you doing in terms of your recruiting efforts? Obviously it's never too early to I'm sure there's teams that schools that are already interested, not formally, but they're people are curious, and what are some of the things that you're doing to get yourself ready, because the lights go on this year pretty much for the recruiting?
Well, this summer I'm going to be going to a lot of camps. I've already started talking to some of the coaches. I've gotten some letters from some smaller schools and stuff. The biggest one I've got so far was I got a handwritten letter from Clemson. So I mean, that was really exciting. So I'm gonna just keep on working hard and let God take me where I should go. So we'll see.
All right, well there you have it, folks. You're going to see one of the deepest crops of quarterbacks that Pinellas County has seen in decades, and this young man's leading the charge. Eastlake quarterback Pete Dinovo, class of 2013, Big County Preps, Doug Pugh. Come out.